all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
I love that. Welcome along to episode 17 of 5 Star Sodas. We are back. How are we all doing? Nick?
Good, man. How are you?
Not bad. Al, how are you?
I'm chilling, mate. How you doing?
Chilling.
You
chilling.
stoned?
I'm good. I've got a slightly different backdrop because we're getting ready to get back into the swing of things and doing things together. Because I think we've only got, after this one, we'll only have 2 episodes virtual before we're allowed back in HQ in the studio and being pals again.
Can almost taste it, I know.
I mean, I'm looking forward to getting back. Not only
And
to
being pals.
hang about with you
I hate
guys,
doing
but
this.
I was actually more looking forward to like gaining some storage space back from all these sodas that have been living in the house recently.
Tell me about
And
it. It's actually got worse down here though. Like, because I just
I was
keep
going to
getting
say,
more and more
taking the
bothered.
storage space away from Andy.
I know. I was
At
actually,
HQ.
but no, it'd be good to get back. I was actually thinking as you were saying that it's kind of weird how when the first lockdown happened, it was novel and it was lockdown. Oh my god! And then the kind of mini lockdown near Christmas, it was like, oh, we'll get through Christmas, we'll be fine. And
We're
then
still in it.
they somehow snuck in a lockdown.
Mm.
They just snuck it in, just as everyone was opening their Christmas presents, and they're just like locking all the doors, shutting all the shops, and they're like, "Oh, by the way, guys, while you were opening your presents and eating turkey, it's lockdown 3."
Don't you think it's weird how the Americans have called the whole thing quarantine?
But yet
I
they're
mean,
all out of the house.
They don't use it,
Disneyland
but they
open.
don't use the term lockdown.
It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Like,
I
it's
think
just a weird how, like, obviously they've got the words are different for so many things, but even on this, we're just like, we've just went 2 totally different directions. They are somehow in a zombie movie, and we sound like we're in Prison Break, man.
Well, one thing I think is interesting is that it was like we've all been like, it was almost like the whole world was united in this pandemic, and then slowly but surely, like different countries have sort of like implemented their own ways of how to do things. New Zealand are back to normal. Like other countries are like, we're obviously like are vaccinating a lot of people. America seems to be vaccinating quite a lot of people now, but like I read like yesterday that France are looking at another lockdown, like a full scale.
France just shut their schools.
And I'm just
Yeah,
like,
saw that.
if they said right now there's lockdown again, I like couldn't hack it. I'd have to like, I think we would all have to like chip in and buy like a McMansion or something, man, and just
I'd
like
agree.
just for the social situation, man.
we need like a compound. Do you know what
I
mean?
think
A
if they did
gated
that, I would
community.
definitely agree. I would 100% just agree. I'd be like, fucking
But
hell, why would
see, be honest, we're actually 3 quite rational people. But see that the fact that we have even a taste of that feeling, that just lets me know that they can't this one way or another. We're storming the doors in the summer. We're getting out.
I think that did you see today? I seen someone share this on Twitter that in Glasgow at one of the big parks, Kelvin Grove Kelvin Grove Park, is that they have put stewards on the gates to stop people bringing bevy in to like go and sit
Stop
in the
people
park and
coming
get
in
drunk.
with beat up Converse and all. Like, mate, you can't bring him in the park, mate. Sorry.
But it's kind of mad. It's got to the point where like even the council and the government are kind of like, we really need to do something now because once we open the doors, it's like Pandora's box, man. No shutting that again.
Here's a sidebar just when you say stewards. Obviously, I mean, we could all probably get some steward stories, but I remember when we used to do the under 18s and the stewards would bring the kids in and they would say empty your pockets and they would just go, you can't take chewing gum in. So they take all the chewing gum off everyone. And every single kid would bring chewing gum because they wanted to do a bit of disco luncheon. So at the end of the night, we would divvy up all the chewing gum. And again, they would literally go into kids' pockets and have cigarettes. And they would go, how old are you? And the kids would go, 14. They go, I need to take his off you, son. Even though it's under 18s, you don't need to provide ID. And the kid could just went, 16. And so many kids just didn't know how to lie in that circumstance. And the stewards would just go home with pure buckets of cigarettes.
That is ridiculous, man. My favourite steward story actually on this sidebar is when I was going to see you at work one time, and this one of the stewards at Kokomo, like we all know the entrance to Kokomo, right? It's like it's lit up well, but there's usually a queue, and then there's also like the smoking area kind of thing right beside it, so it's packed usually.
So we went a
And
rabble.
I'm also walking up to the front of the door, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm here to see the DJ," and he's like, "Who?" And I'm like, "Al," and he's like, "There's no DJ here called Al." I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like I'm going to need to be like, I'm going to try and force my way in here. And just as I was about to give up, John Blaine, who works at we all know John. John comes to the door, man, and he chins this guy. The guy's like, "Oh, I'm really sorry, John." He's like, "Do you know who this is?" Well, that's Nick. And the guy's like, "Sorry, Nick, I'm really sorry." And he goes, "Ah,
That's the worst.
that's Nick, friend of the tune." And ever since he said friend of the tune, I was just feeling like, I'm
You've
friend of
made
the
it.
tune, man. I go on other clubs, I'm the friend of the tune.
Mate.
Nick After, fucking mascot of Glasgow nightclubs.
But I'd
With
sent you a
no
thing.
reason to be in one, but like, here I am.
Aye.
I sent you a thing, Nick, about like getting out and being allowed out again, and it was
Yeah.
all about the countries that are going to let you in, and that made me feel happy. That made me feel like we're about to get somewhere. But I just hope we don't fuck it.
Well, I think even if we do fuck it, we're at least getting one holiday this year. I mean, I think there was that.
Didn't you see that? Did they not trial a festival in Spain? 5,000.
Yeah, they did a 5,000 cap festival in Barcelona.
How'd that
And
go?
no masks. Was it no masks?
Oh, they
No,
had
nothing?
masks. You had
Masks,
to
but they were all
you tested
pre-screened.
before. There was no social
Yeah.
distancing.
Yeah.
But I mean, you look at New Zealand; they've got 60,000 cap festivals going on there now. Like
Aye.
it's just normality over
I'll
there.
tell you what though, talking about live events, Andy, do you
Yes,
want to speak about this?
I mean the biggest live event.
Maybe the most
teased it enough.
important live event of this year.
We've talked about it enough, and we've teased it and says, "Oh, tickets might go on sale." Tickets are actually on sale.
They've
Yes,
been
they
on
are.
sale.
22nd of May, SWG3. Join us for some live soda tasting. There's only 15 tickets left. There's only 15 left. Like,
Really? Wow.
I mean, and we're recording this. What day is it? Thursday. That's about on Sunday. By the time they could be gone.
I mean, you might be gone.
Aye,
You should get in there right now.
They've only been on sale for about 4 or 5 days or something. So get your tickets. We're going to be having some laughs, tasting some sodas, and everybody that buys a ticket, it's 15 quid a ticket. When you get in, you'll get a lovely wee 5-star sodas tote bag.
Yes.
And in that, you'll get all the 4 drinks that we're going to be tasting. And we've just finished curating that show.
It's strong.
I think
Strong.
I think
statement.
we're spoiling them. We are spoiling these people.
I actually think it's
too much.
It may be like in terms of episode wise, it may be the strongest lineup of sodas ever curated for an episode.
No doubt about it. That there's absolutely. I mean, if you'd come to me and say, right, let's do this as an episode, I'd be like, there's too much good stuff in there, man. We need to spread that out.
We need to throw. We need to sip some Sniders while we're at it.
There's some Hall of Fame stuff in there.
I'll tell you something else. You would not get all these drinks in the one shop. So when you factor in your time to drive around all these shops and hunt for these drinks, you'd be better paying £15 and drink them with the boys. And just
it's unspeakable value. You can't. It's immeasurable value.
They're probably £3 a bottle, or can, or paper cup. No trying to give away any secrets here. Of each of these drinks. I mean, great value. I'm looking forward to it. I'm buzzing. Can't wait.
I just think it's like. I mean, I know it's our event and we're going to talk it up, but it's just a bit different, isn't it? It's just like coming along. There's not really any booze involved. It's good. Like you can, but it's not like you're just sitting drinking draft Coke. You're getting to taste premium soft drinks, enjoy a bit of banter, bit of interaction with the boys, and I just kind of like and just get out of the house, man. Do you know what I mean?
Talking about strong lineups, well, we have our first drink.
Well,
let's get something.
We'll come on to the next bit. Doesn't matter. Aye, let's go on with our first drink.
Let's get something on, man.
You said strong lineup though, so then I've just looked at what the first drink is, and I'm like,
I mean, the lineup is strong once we get by the first drink. Hence why I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, we have went with a cheapo from Amazon because we're all fans of cherry drinks here.
But you need to try everything.
So we're going with the green sour cherry.
I mean, I've moved, so everything's too far away from me. I can't even show you it.
We got a case of this for about £3.
No wonder, man. It's like, where did this come from?
I mean,
worth every penny.
I think it's from Greece. It's got like a little Greek flag on it down there.
See, I remember when this launched. This launched about a few years ago.
Yep.
And it was like to be kind of launched with a big deal because it is very similar. If I was to tell you that was by the Coca-Cola brand,
yeah,
easily believable.
I thought it was another
yeah.
division of what they were doing, like just a variation on
Like
the
their
can.
organic or their sustainable cola kind of vibe. But no, nothing to do with them, innit?
They've obviously had someone come in and like sort of look over the design and go, "That's just different enough to avoid it."
Yeah,
But
even like the wee swirl, but they've made it a plant.
Well, it is sweetened with stevia.
other
And
sweeteners are available.
it is obviously like we have been on the show many times saying sugar is not the most important thing when it comes to a balanced, complex soda. However,
But cane sugar is.
it fucking helps a lot. And I'll be honest, stevia, I don't
fuck with it.
I don't fuck with. So
Nah.
See the
Only
this
9
this could be
calories
shite,
per 100 ml.
but I will say this: low calorie, sugar replacement. The fact that this is sour cherry has got me interested.
that's what
I
I was
like
going to say.
cherry
Yeah.
drinks.
Maybe the whatever they're using in terms of the what I assume to be maybe semi-natural flavors, maybe not. It's all in Greek. How would you know?
I mean,
But
it's a-
maybe that
uh,
makes up for the lack of sugar.
I hate the black can though. I mean, I hate the color choices already. Like black, green, and cherry red is such a weird palette
mind it,
mix. Do you know what I
yeah.
mean?
I really
What's
don't
that?
mind the black, to be honest.
It's a stealth can, isn't it?
It really
I
is.
suppose
But
it's,
it looks,
it's that Coke Zero vibe.
but it looks like Monster as well. A wee bit black and green is
Yeah,
Monster
yeah.
in it.
Will we open and see what we're doing?
Let's
Why
let's
not?
crack.
Why don't you grab those green ring pools?
That there wasn't a much of a pop in that.
It's quite fizzy. It's fizzing away, man.
Oh,
Tell you what
sorry.
though, it's got a kind of like pick and mix cherry smell off the top.
So it does. Smells like those wee cherry lips, man.
Here, I'll tell you something. That's interesting.
That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
That is in the ballpark of cherry lips.
What's going on? This is why we do this, boys.
I honestly thought that was going to be terrible. And
We
I
had a
think
wee.
Here, I'll tell you
let's
something.
put it out to everybody else. The reason we all thought this was going to be terrible is because we've all had green Coke, and it's shocking.
It is bad. But
This is. I'll tell you something. Like, see, like those old school cherry aid drinks. It's like that where like it's like the sweetness is rolled off. You know, those ones are too strong. They're bogging, to be honest.
How good do
You've
you
licked
feel?
the sugar off.
Let's just pump the brakes and just realize, like, I think we're all heading towards saying this one's gonna have a shock. We obviously pre-gamed before we went live today, and we didn't have high hopes for this. But this, I'll be the first guy to say this tastes pretty good, right? But I mean, how good do you feel about this being a low cal?
It
See
doesn't
if you
taste
reach
like
for
one.
that. No, that's what I'm saying. Like you could sip a few of these guilt free.
Yeah, I've said it before.
I-
Tango sugar free. That's right. That's great. It's the best sugar free drink ever, in my opinion. Tastes very like normal Tango, but that's maybe getting a bit of shelf space beside the Tango.
I'll tell you something though. For me, it's a one and done. Like this is.
It's
for
particular.
something that is sweetened with stevia. It's quite sweet.
It's a sleeper, man.
It is quite sweet. And
See, like you said, I think because this is a quote unquote sour cherry rather than just a straight up cherry,
mhm.
that's what's rolling off some of that zing that you would get from a really nasty.
See something
cherry
like
drink.
a terrible cherry aid like that in a flavor profile that hits it like an 11 out of 10. It's like whoa, like see the way that fruit salad the other week did.
Oh,
Where
Yeah.
straight away you're just like, oh my god, what is happening? Like I'm saying, this isn't doing that. But do you know what I'm interested in?
20% sour cherry juice.
Like kind of like an alcohol mix with this.
I've nearly finished it.
Really?
That is
I
perfect.
would say for this, like, hear me out. I'm not trying to do greens work for them, but don't you think it's like this would actually do well in like a slim can?
Yeah, I
Like
think
this
you're
big
right.
can, that's a lot, man. That's a lot to take on.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Eh,
they're definitely trying to make that look like Coke. So I mean, if you put it in a slim can, they already are up against it.
Greencola.com is kind of interesting. It kind of like it is the kind of thing though, like, and we can maybe use this to lead on for maybe chat about this in the next segment. But doesn't this kind of feel like the way this is set up is like if I told you that this can was like bought and paid for by the government in like Greece. It's like they use this to like bolster the taxes. Do you know what I mean? Like it's always like a collab, like but like an official collab of like the Green Party or something.
Oh, yeah.
Like we're trying to do our bit and we've released. Did you ever see that thing? It was Killer Mike and they did the was it Crip Cola
Crip
for
Cola,
like the Crips
on
and the
that
Bloods,
Netflix show, yeah.
and like the money would go back to like the gangs to help them out of like sort of like poor social conditions. But like the idea, like, I mean, this just doesn't seem like what brand would do this. This seems like a couple of people in Athens like got together in the council and they were like, yeah, people don't like paying taxes, but they do like drinking sour cherry out here. So why don't we get together a can? We'll
And
compete with the Coca-Cola company.
This could be like the Greta Thunberg of cola, man. It could be some sort of.
I
They
don't.
really go to
I
town
don't
on
think it is Greek though.
No, I
Why
don't
is
think
it
it's made in Greece. I think this
This
shipment
particular can
came from Greece.
Oh no, wait a minute. Green Cola is a carbonated soft drink developed by Greek beverage companies. Green Cola.
There you go.
There we
Owned
go.
by the government.
But if you when I first Google it, like it came up with the US website, like us.greencola.com.
It's pretty decent, though, isn't it? I will say that.
It's alright.
I'm
Alright,
ready
okay.
to my score, and I think
I'm gonna. You want to go first?
Aye. I'm recommending this.
Oh,
I'm giving it a 3.1.
Oh, snap.
nice.
That's interesting, Andy. That's very interesting because I'm coming in at 3.2. Because I just think this is why we do this. Like now that I've had this, and if I seen it again, I'd be like, that's a safe. That's decent. Like if I'm in the mood, I know I've tasted it, I've scored it. It's triple filtered. Well, it's only double filtered because next still to come in. But this is why I try every soft drink on the planet, so I know for future. And also,
Triple filter it for, isn't it?
I'm struggling because
his mind's telling him no.
I'm trying to think where I like it, but how much do I like it? What I'm trying to think on a shelf what I would bypass for this. Do you know what I mean?
Green cola, fruit salad. No, I mean this is what you need to think, dude. We've tasted over 80 drinks. There's many things you would bypass to get to this.
I know.
So score it accordingly.
I think my heart is telling me a 2.7. I'll tell you why. I'm thinking that I was quite parched, right? Quite parched. And it was freezing cold.
I keep going back to it.
And it just hit a spot. But, like, I just can't, like, it need be the right conditions to buy this. Do you know what I mean? So for that reason, I feel like it's not quite over a 3 for me. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
I think we've all been guilty of that before. You come and start the show and we're pure like dying for a drink. We're like right in about it. And the first drink always gets that wee early bump because of that. But it'd be interesting. We could maybe even get through and do that and take 0.1 away for all of those first drinks that we've done. But I think it's still a solid score. Fucking green sour cherry, which I've actually realised isn't cherry coke. It's just sour cherry.
They're not claiming to be cola based.
3.0. That's a recommendation.
Makes total sense.
That's a recommendation.
I feel like that's legit. That's been through
that is a triple
filter process, and that's right.
Let me pick up on where I was going with that. So that Crip Cola Killer Mike thing, right? I posted a few things on the Instagram this week. If anyone's seen it, we've lost Al. We'll have to place hold for him. By the way, anytime we say that Al's away, it's because on the YouTube he'll have disappeared, but on the podcast version he's now back.
Oh baby!
But for the collab thing, so I posted on the Instagram. It was like a Pepsi and Peeps is a marshmallow company collab, and it was 4 flavors of marshmallow flavored Pepsi. And it got me thinking about soda collabs. I mean, and Andy actually posted something as well, right?
Just to kick off, that one's a stinker. Peeps are disgusting.
I've never had them, but like the idea of a marshmallow soda just made me.
It's not even marshmallows. A bad description that I gave you for that is barking. It's like foam. Like when I say foam, I mean like mattress foam.
Is it kind of like those like the marshmallows and the Lucky cereal thing? Lucky Stars? What's that cereal
A
called?
wee bit, maybe a wee bit softer.
Lucky Charms.
Yeah,
Lucky Charms, that's it.
yeah, a wee bit softer than that, but they're just it's
Um,
just what they're minging.
But then you also posted the April Fool's one. Did you
The
not?
Golden Wonder one.
Golden Wonder. It was Golden Wonder flavored Pepsi, was it?
No,
Or
it was
is
just it was Golden Wonder's April Fool, so they said
Oh,
they were
their
bringing
own
out their
version. We're
soda
gonna
brand, and it was going to be cheese and onion, salt and vinegar, and very salted sodas.
Is there any savoury soda that you think you could handle?
Celery.
That's what I mean. Like celery was like, but let's say like it's I don't know. Could you drink
I mean,
something that was like
Don't get me wrong. If they brought out those sodas, we're tasting them.
you would
That's
you would
because you get a duty.
you would go you would take on a cheese and onion soda?
You would need to.
I'd need to, but it's no. I mean, I was right up for celery. I was
What
right
about
up
another
for that.
right? If you get can I
that
get an idea of
yogurt
another food flavored soft drink that you would entertain?
Like, but the thing is, like,
It could
we
be
all,
sweet. Like think about sweets.
We all love
Oh,
pizza.
sweets.
We do love
We all-
pizza.
We all love pizza. Can you imagine like a pizza flavored soft drink? It's just a fizzy pizza flavored drink.
Nah,
No,
man.
it
Nah.
I mean, I
can't be
know
s-
that sounds mental, but it's the same taste as pizza. It's just bubbling in your mouth.
Surely every
Yeah,
surely
do you know what I
almost
like though? Do you know what I like talking about pizza like that? Have you do you remember you get them and like you get pizza flavored crisps,
Pizza
or
flavored.
you
crisp.
get like, or you
pizza
get like,
Pringles. Yeah.
yeah, but you get the pizza. Used to do pizza breadstick things that would be like Dairy Dunkers,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and like totally not a pizza. I mean, the genetic makeup, bread, some bit of cheese, tomato flavoring. I guess it's not that far away from a pizza, but I mean, like, see when you buy into that kind of synthetic pizza, and it's like just pizza flavoring almost,
Mm.
like on the crisps. But like trying to distill that flavoring idea into like, can you think of like a limit? For example, we all know the Bilar sweets from IKEA.
Mm-hmm.
What about Bilar soft drink? It's a bit
Aye.
funky, bit minty,
Aye.
bit
But it's
interesting.
not that one would. I mean, I'd be up for it, but that would for me. That's those sweets have got a kind of not milky, but they're not like a full on Haribo. I mean, what about that, man? What if
Haribo.
Haribo went hard with like cola bottles?
Well, we all
Yeah.
seen what happened to Millions. I mean, it went fucking tits up, man.
Look, hear me out. There isn't a chocolate fizzy drink.
There must be. I bet there must be a carbonated chocolate milk, surely.
And I want to taste that right now.
I mean, that's
Actually, there's a famous drink in it's called an egg cream in New
I
York.
know. Yep. Yeah. Sparkling water.
It's sparkling water, chocolate syrup, and some milk.
You have to get the
Actually,
right
there's no milk.
No, it's not.
No, it's
What's
just-
it-
it's
what's the
sparkling
syrup?
water and Fox's U-Bet
Mhm.
chocolate syrup.
See, I was gonna because I did quite a big delivery, get quite a big order recently. Not only just stuff for the live show, but
Nice.
stuff for future stock coming up. So I took a bit of a dive into other stuff, and I have found some real weird and wonderful things. But chocolate sodas, and that's something I've never came across.
Can you think of a soda like let's imagine like before we get into the real deal, but like a fantasy soda collab, food in the food region only, was something you think you would like a flavor that you would like to see mix.
Let
Let's
me
just
just
say-
can I just sidebar so quick because I go into slide deep dives.
I mean, they're
It's
so
not like 'cause your
unsly
face
when you get the
light
white
up white.
face.
I'm just saying no. I'm looking at something that is calling itself chocolate soda.
Oh, really? Aye.
Um,
Interesting.
but do you know what? I'll bookmark it.
And like, what do you think, Andy?
I don't. I mean, for me, I would like to see something totally different, something and that would probably take you away from the sweet flavors because all the sweet flavors have been done, other than chocolate. Really,
Let's think specifically brand collab. Think of maybe
Mm.
like a sweetie that you like from back in the day that you would
Swedish
maybe
fish, the Swedish fish soda. Where's that?
that
I
could be
had some Swedish
interesting.
fish here the other day, actually.
That
It's
could be
just-
interesting because Swedish fish have a weird kind of like Moorish flavour to them.
In
but
fact,
like
do you know what I had today? So like I get sent quite a lot of gifts because we've been doing the quizzes for a year,
Yeah.
and quite a lot of snacks and sweeties and stuff like that because I do have quite a sweet tooth. I get sent some Dr Pepper candy floss.
oh, how's that?
Delicious.
Did you enjoy it more than drinking an average OG Dr Pepper?
Um,
Because obviously, I think the OG Dr Pepper doesn't really stack up for us because we sample the finer end of things.
Well,
See,
yeah,
now
you
that I'm
know
in
that
I
this,
think.
sugar Dr Pepper didn't do that well.
see
I
now
think
that
we
I'm deep in
scored
the
it.
game, like there's so many. I don't make it sound like a soda elitist here. There's so many bog standard sodas that are on the shelves in every
Yeah.
petrol station right now. I don't give them a second look, man. I
But let
can't do
me.
it to myself.
Here's what I was thinking of. Right? Do you remember like it was a big favorite of mine in school? Like I chew it.
Chewits were the big man.
Right? Remember
Weird,
that green chew it?
somebody sent me a picture of Chutes yesterday or the day before.
Mm.
Remember that kind of green one? And it was like sour and like
It's that
electric
sour apple
green
one.
and like see something like that.
Then
Or,
there's the ice cream. The ice
or
cream. shit.
nerds flavored soda. Remember nerds?
That's-
That's going to be
you're-
very like millions,
You're
though,
getting
no?
the millions. But is there? I'm assuming there must be a Jolly Rancher soda.
It's got to be.
Must
I'll
gotta
tell
be.
you in October when I come back from Florida, guys.
Oh, nice.
There's no, I think there's the thing I see with a lot of the American candies. They do. I saw there was a thing. It was a kind of Starbursts. It's like a Starburst thing product. It's like a sachet, and it's more like a Kool-Aid style thing.
Aye.
Add sugar and add water. So the prominent American brands are generally quite keen on diversifying the product line. Whereas like Frutella are just out here like, nah, man, we just take Chews.
One of the other things that was in my package, I had some Muddy Bears.
What?
And it was gummy bears covered in chocolate.
Jeez.
I had the
See,
Balar covered in chocolate before.
For me, that's really blurring the lines a wee bit.
Yeah.
Like it's one or the other for me in that lane. That's like,
But you've never eaten a gummy bear and a bit of chocolate at the same time just because you're being a pig.
Yeah.
no,
But you know it's
man.
great? Like, see salted popcorn and chocolate at the same time.
See,
Very nice.
that's in the same lane. I feel like that's in the same lane. See when you get an ice lolly, you either go like this, I'm having an ice lolly that's chocolate and ice cream based, or like a Calippo vibe.
Yeah.
If somebody's like, oh, we're gonna get in a fab is dangerous territory, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I'll be honest, see, ever since I hit like adulthood, like the idea of any kind of ice lolly that it like is not ice cream based is just I've got no time for that shit,
Mate,
man.
I literally had one today. I get the ones that
No
are
time for that.
they're just the ones that from Sainsbury's is like 100% orange juice. That is refreshment right there, man.
Just drink it. Just drink it.
And you know, I
glass
was trying to
orange
get, I was not, no, because I was trying to get out of the car park at Sainsbury's today. Everybody's at Sainsbury's because the kids finished up today. The car park was pandemonium. They've got the pure people with the yellow jackets, pure, come here, right? And then everybody's stuck in the car, no one's going. You look over at me, and I'm just licking an ice lolly, and every single person's like, yeah, we should get ice
Everybody's
lollies,
raging
man.
that they didn't buy ice lollies in
Should get-
Sainsbury's.
should get ice lolly. Look at this guy. Look at this guy, man. I'm just
I was
like,
actually listening. I was listening to a podcast of it, and the guy, it's a famous chef. He was talking about
the guy for
Yes.
South Park.
this idea of a chef from
Ramsay?
South Park. David Chang, actually, but the
I've read
thing he
him.
was saying was he does this thing where he's like he'll be out getting the shopping, and then he'll get himself like a something he knows that him and his wife would enjoy eating together, but he'll just get it and scran it in the car himself and then dispose of the bodies and get rid of it.
Mate,
I'm
why
still
try to
getting
get
this
us?
one,
Why get us to try? I know you get try to get us to like.
Come on,
What would you say? Incriminate ourselves.
what was the last one you did?
Mate, fucking every day.
Every
Well,
day.
well, that we always were like back in the day. We used to have that thing. We talked about this. You order McDonald's and then you get the emergency cheeseburger.
Aye.
For that, like 5 minutes into your drive home, you're like, wait, well, that one never existed.
Yeah. And then, but you've got to you need to put the wrapper in the bin before you get in the house.
Aye.
In the outside
You want a
bin.
receipt? You want a receipt with that? Nah, you're all right.
Burn it.
You shred that. You shred that for me,
Paper
sweetheart.
when you get the emergency cheeseburger and all, man. That never existed.
Right, so
Wait.
we talked a wee bit about shopping, and as I say, I did a lot of shopping.
Okay.
Lot of shopping last week for sodas, and we've got some unreal stuff
Yes.
coming up. But we brought one straight onto the panel.
It barely touched the
Back to
kitchen
Germany.
counter.
Back to Germany for the Fritz brothers. The Fritz-Limon Orange.
Do we have first names for the Fritz brothers?
Don't know.
Herman
Frankenstein and the monster.
and Frank and Fritz.
The one thing I'd say here, guys, give it a good shake. There's quite a bit of sediment on the bottom of that, so it needs a shake.
Well, you
Just
usually
tip
shake-
upside down.
You usually shake them for us, mate.
Do you know what was funny? Do you remember on when we did the Fritz? Was it the Christmas episode?
Yep, that was
Craig.
Craig Neal.
And we spoke about how the black Fritz label with the
Yeah.
with the two guys on the front made it look like a sort of like a funeral hang. It was like it was like remember we were talking about like the guys in Norway that had the wedding and like you were doing the gig out and they had like
Even
it was
brewed
like
his
him
own
and his,
beer.
him and his wife on the thing, but we were joking about the Fritz one being like it was like a funeral cola. Now it looks like they're just like see rather than being two brothers, it look like just two guys just so happy with their lives, man. They're just like,
I'm just going to ruin it for you. They're not even brothers; they're just pals.
oh, that's a
Wait a
shame.
minute. Is this like? Well, so you just. Why is it called Fritz then?
I mean, Fritz is maybe you mean fizzy in Germany.
You just went like off the bat. Oh, here comes the Fritz brothers, and we just went off on a
Aye,
full-on
sounded good.
tangent.
Sounded good. Right, I've still got a bit of sediment at the bottom of mine, and guys, I'll be honest, I've tanned a few of these.
I've never seen this element before.
Well, you're not going to drink it right now.
No, I'm just saying I've tanned a
Right,
few
okay.
of these, so
I'll tell you what.
I feel like I know how to do it right.
There is a lot in the Fritz range,
Wait,
right? But like,
should we not open it yet?
Oh no, I'm fucking crack on, get ready to go.
Okay.
what's the
that's fine.
limo part though? I've never noticed it
Well,
on that.
so they've got a full range of like their lemonades, I think. So this is the orange lemonade.
I'm gonna do mine just right into the mic here, just give everyone a wee bit of pleasure at home.
Saying orange lemonade is like saying orangeade. Is it not?
But surely it can be orange and like fizzy
Carbonated
water
water.
as opposed
Yeah.
to being
No, but I just
orange
mean-
and just lemonade.
No, but I just mean in terms of like terminology. Like we've
Right.
obviously.
Before let's set the scene. Andy, can you give us I don't know if you can tell us or not, but what the kind of scores we've gave orange drinks previous?
That's actually a good shout. I don't think
We've,
right,
we've
orange.
definitely done Club
We've
Orange.
got Rock Shandy, 4.1.
Big.
I've just
okay.
realised that you can't even see the board because I can't reach my buttons yet.
Don't want to see it, mate. I'd be
We've
salivating.
improved the board. We've actually got two orange drinks on the Hall of Fame because we've got Rock Shandy, we have 4.1, and then
Nice.
we've got the McDade's Orange Cream, also we have 4.1.
Talk to me.
Nice.
Down to a 3.9, you've got 3.7 Club Orange. I thought that was more than that. 3.7 is the Club Orange.
Mm.
Lovely.
Orangina. Down,
Any-
down.
No Fantas?
Ar-
Orange is
Arctic
low.
Ocean.
Mm.
Mind the Arctic Ocean?
I
The
Yeah, I
China,
remember that.
3.2. The first
Okay.
Fanta drink's Fanta Shikata, which is a 3.3 actually.
Screamer.
Fanta Strawberry. I don't think we've actually done Fanta Orange. We've not done any of the normal orange drinks that you would expect
Okay.
to see. You get down to a
Interesting.
2.8, and that's square root, mandarin, and ginger.
So
Mm.
let's be honest then. There isn't really an orange drink that we don't like somewhat rate on a varying
Except,
scale of
I think
amazing.
Orangina bombed though,
Not
Aye,
that
Orangina
hard.
bombed big time.
because it came in a 500ml plastic. I think it bombed.
Oh, wait a minute, guys. Oranzada?
That's not really orange, is it?
0.7.
That was like a pure funky Tizer rip-off, man.
That wasn't real though.
Now let's get into this, boys.
Right, okay. I was salivating.
I've never had this one.
I hope you enjoyed that first tasting.
You alright?
I just
Right,
I'm
right down the wrong pipe.
I was emotional for Al getting his
Wait,
first ever
let's-
taste of this.
Let's be clear. This thing's no messing. That's a serious orange flavour, man. Jesus.
I mean, I hadn't had it in a while when this delivery came in, and I had one. And immediately I was like, there's better than Club Orange.
Oh, Jinxo.
I think so as well. I think this is what you see when people say that Orangina is like God tier, or Orangina is. This is what you wanted to remember Orangina being like. I think
Yeah.
this is crazy good. Crazy good. The glass
is it.
ball as well.
But is it?
It's fitting, man.
What I would say is it's a very faithful orange flavour. Like this tastes
30
like
grams of
oranges.
sugar. 30 grams of sugar is fairly good, fairly standard as well.
I tell what was interesting though about you saying 30 grams of sugar is
How
that
much?
orange
Fructose.
is high in sugar anyway.
Mm.
Be interested to know how much of the sugar, because they obviously won't tell you, but like
How much is from?
How much is actually from the orange and how much is actually sugar added, if you know what I mean?
I mean, this might be a redundant statement. This is very orangey.
Well,
Yeah.
looking at the ingredients, there's orange juice, there's lemon juice, there's mandarin juice.
Oh, you
But
know
that's
there
what
is.
kills it. That's what gives it a vibe. I'm going to throw one of the ingredients at you though.
Go.
Turnip.
Locust bean gum.
That's my favourite flavour.
I
Locust bean
think-
gum.
I feel
And this
like
is still
that.
vegan, so it can't be an animal product.
Okay. Do you want a deep dive on what that is? Locust, as in a plague of locust.
Yeah.
Surely
Locust bean gum.
surely the
Okay.
locust bean is a thing.
It is a galactamannan vegetable gum extracted from the seed of the carob tree and used as a thickening agent.
Nice.
And then also, as obviously Google likes to do, people also ask, is locust bean gum bad for you? And I just close the tab. Don't read that.
We'll
'Cause I
never
never-
know.
That's always the first question.
See, to be honest, when it comes to a drink this tasty, I don't really want to know what's in it other than the
Yeah,
fruit
This,
flavour.
this can't
was-
be good for you.
I was listening to another comedian's podcast and he was talking about
Can I just stop
you
you there?
stop-
Because you said another
Yes.
comedian
Was it Mark
Another-
Jenkins?
other than yourself.
I think I read those words. I was listening to another podcast, comedian.
Okay.
And he was saying like him and his family had went away to Joshua Tree and they took the dogs and the kids and all that. And anyway, the dog came back with like kennel cough, which is kind of like whooping cough for dogs. And then he's like, and I worried about my kid getting it. His kid's like 1 or something. So he's like, so obviously I Google, can kids get kennel cough? And then he just goes, I don't know why I did it, dude. They never say no. And it's like everyone will say like no, and then there's like you find this YouTube is like, well, actually 1%, and it's like explains this massive set of elaborate circumstances that would have to occur for your kid to contract the dog version of whooping cough, and he's like, so I had to take him to the doctor, man. Like, you know what I mean? It's like no one will just give you that flat no. It's like, is locust bean gum bad for you? Well, some studies have shown. Like,
Right, who's
there's
who's
no
who's
point.
talking
There's
about
no
podcast?
point reading it.
Right, where do we go? I'm like, where are we going with this? I think Al should go first.
I'll
Since
go
this
first,
is his
geez.
first taste.
Do I know something, guys? I'll be a straight shooter on this, and I won't kind of dance around it. I like it, but I don't think I like it as much as you guys. But it is I can see what it's trying to do, and on a nice sunny day somewhere, this could really hit the spot for me. But under the current circumstances, it's going to be a 3.4.
That's higher than I thought you were going to go with that build up.
No, I can't shit on this because it is dope, but it's not. See the way those things Andy's like, cream soda's not my lane, and yada yada. This is not quite my lane. You know where my loyalties lie.
What about you, Andy?
I mean,
It's
I
a
love
tea-
it, and as I said, I think it's better than cream soda. Club Orange.
Yeah,
And
I'll say it's better than
Orange
cream
is Dynamite.
I know. I see.
It is
prefer-
better than Club Orange.
I prefer Club Orange, and
Al was definitely. Al has scored it by higher than Club Orange. I'll give him his dues. I was struggling between two scores. And
Did you say Al has scored it
Have I?
above Club
Yeah.
Orange?
maybe
Yeah.
I made a mistake then.
Fuck
No,
that.
sorry. Other way around. No, I'm wrong.
Other way, alright, okay.
I'm
My
wrong.
Club Orange
You're
scores
back
higher
on
than
top,
that.
Al.
Club
Um,
Orange is the shit to me, man. I like that.
It's definitely one of the best. It's better than Club Orange, but I'm giving Rock Shandy the nod above it. I'm giving it a 3.9.
Oof.
Rock Shandy's doing something special, mate. You're right. Here
Wow.
he comes. Here he comes.
3.9.
The Reaper.
No, not at all. I think I've been quite vocal before about saying when it comes to fruit flavored drinks, they're not my go-to. Really, unless it's some sort of like black cherry vanilla kind of like mix up.
Hmm.
Basically, I'm wanting to drink a fizzy cake usually, but for this, I think I'm going high threes. I'm going 3.8, and I'll tell you why. Actually, I'm going to have another sip first. This is the perfect summer drink.
That's what I was trying to say. Like,
It is the perfect summer. If you could get this,
I was trying to say that and then just disappeared again.
I know I caught him out there. If you were on holiday and you needed like that refreshing, like, oh wait, I need to let him back into the thing, don't I?
Aye.
You can see him
said it
dancing on the
perfectly, though, I
side.
think. You said it perfectly though. I think that that's what Orangina wants to be.
aye, that's refined. That's like that's what I was trying to say. Like, you can't deny that's fucking in terms of putting together a soft drink. What they're aiming for, that's money.
That's what I'm saying. Like under the right set of circumstances, if you're sitting in a park, picnic bench, sun's beaming down, and you get the ice cold one of these, that's a good time.
Aye.
You
You
know what I
imagine a van selling these? A wee ice cream van selling them in a park where you're
One
chilling?
does in Germany, probably.
Aye. The
The
Burgermeister
Fritz-Mobile.
van.
The Fritz-Limon.
Anyway.
Aye, exactly.
Fritz-Limon Orange 3.7.
Bang.
That
That's a
sounds
strong
good.
start to the episode,
That
guys.
sounds good, man. That sounds good. And
We're
a
like
couple of
above
hearts,
the threes already, which is
Yeah,
mental.
two drinks into the threes. It's interesting
Mate,
stuff. Just
I know
quickly, we
I'm
talked a wee
taking.
bit
I
about
know
the
I'm
live
taking
show.
home already. I think.
man. Nah, I never say.
We talked a bit about the live show already.
Yeah.
But we do have another event coming up on the 22nd of April. Aye. Is it 21st April? I can't remember now, guys. I'm sure it's the 22nd.
I can't remember. I can check my text because you texted us this.
22nd April. Thursday the 22nd April.
Hold
Yous
on,
are
wait.
back
One more time. Shona,
Thursday.
Jim, Thursday the Sorry, my mum and
22nd
that.
of April, 9 p.m. You two are coming to join me back on the staying in to
Yes,
do a
we
wee
are.
live quiz.
Happy to be doing
It's a
it.
logo quiz. A logo quiz.
Now,
Just to say, my parents were very upset that I never told that. Like my stepdad is very big into the quizzes. Fucking loves a quiz. In fact, every family party we ever had, he wrote a quiz for. Varying degrees of success on them. Sometimes the family was really into it, all gathered round, we'd all fight over the prizes, which is usually chocolate or wine or something. Sometimes we were too pissed to even be bothered to take part in, and Jim's reading out all the questions and nobody's listening. In fact, one year, one of my uncles just sat throughout the whole quiz and hit him with dry roasted peanuts. But they were pretty upset that I never told them that we were doing a quiz because they love the 5-star sodas. So now they get no excuse. We're going back on.
Plenty of notice for this one. Logo quiz. I think is one of the most popular quizzes that we do because everybody thinks they're brilliant at it.
that's what to me. That's exactly. I was going to say this is the type of thing where I'm like, right, I'll run a mock because obviously I ran a mock the last time. But if I start to see ones and I can't get them, I can already understand how frustrated I'll be myself.
Is the idea that you have a logo and you take off like some
Parts
of
of
the
it, or-
defining features of it, and then
I'd take out the words. Like, so for this one, I'd maybe just have the Fritz brothers.
get on a heartbeat, man.
Well, I mean,
But aye. You
Interesting.
definitely take out bits of it so that it makes it a wee bit difficult.
What do you
But,
think of the
real-
iconic? What do you think the iconic soda logos are?
no spoilers.
Aye, can't. Well, no, I'll give you one. The Pepsi one.
The Pepsi
Yeah,
one's special, yeah.
The
That is
circle.
good.
And
I'll give you
was
one.
reading- I think we touched on that last time. I was reading the whole thing about how they made up the logo.
Oh
and
yeah,
it's
you
all
were
about
saying,
the
yeah.
Fibonacci sequence and all that.
I got one for you. Fido Dido.
Fido Dido's that's
Aye.
a mascot vibes on it.
Isn't it interesting though? Like I remember having a Fido Dido t-shirt, and I also posted on Instagram as well.
You got it at the beach in Bulgaria.
The the collab looking things. It was like the Coca-Cola trainers. What is like? Is there any like when I say soda merch to you? What comes to mind? I'll go first. Right? Are you ready? I believe I might be wrong. I kind of want to say that it was for USA '94 World Cup. Might be wrong though, but there was a Coca-Cola red football
Aye.
that
you might be
everyone
wrong.
had.
Everyone had it, yep.
The wee tiny one.
Everyone had that
Yep.
tiny, like it was a size 4 ball,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and it was
remember
leather,
that.
red Coca-Cola all over it. It had perfect hexagons on it. It was like everywhere.
Yeah.
I also had the Fido Dido 7-Up shirt as well.
When you say soda merch, to me, the first person I think of is Craig Neal. Just with the old vintage tees, just bright
yeah.
orange t-shirt with sun kissed on the front of it. or
That's a good
something
one.
like that, bright red with the Coca-Cola logo. That's all I can think of.
I mean, I've actually got some soda milk chill. I've got I opened my Fritz Cola with a Fritz Cola bottle.
That's what I'm talking
I'll
about.
just reach behind me here and I'll go for my Coca-Cola tin, which is actually a jigsaw. It's a 500-piece jigsaw.
That's pretty good.
That's quite good. Well,
What
there's
about you, Al?
obviously.
Can you remember any good ones?
Well, I don't have any lying around. If that's what you're asking. Obviously the yo-yos was huge.
The
It
yo-yos
made-
was fucking business, man.
It
What are
was
you talking about?
a big deal.
man.
So somewhere in the mid-80s, Coca-Cola put a promo out that when you pulled the ring pull off, on the underside of the ring pull would be a code. You sent the ring pull off, and you got a yo. Some of the yo-yos you could buy, and if you found the one, you could get the gold.
The gold Coca-Cola one and all that.
Coca-Cola.
What?
Mate,
And
these yo-yos were dynamite.
I tell you
I've never
something.
heard of this.
I tell you something, and this is facts. I was blessed because my mum was working in the food service industry at that point, and every day where she worked, guys would buy so many cans of Coke, and they would leave them on the table, and my mum would just peep all the ring pulls, and she'd come home and go like, "What else? 4 gold yo-yos?" And I'd be like, "Holy shit, man!" I would just
No way.
Mate, I was up to my balls in gold yo-yos.
Do you still have any?
Mate, I sold them on eBay. How do you think I bought a house? Like,
I've just looked on eBay now. Gold,
Can you get them?
a gold Coca-Cola yo-yo for the 80s.
Mm.
50 quid.
you know what I'm saying?
Um,
See, the thing
I had
was,
a
it was,
Fanta one.
it was
Your
it
house
was,
was £200 now. That's amazing.
that was the first time I'd seen a proper yo-yos where, like, when you yo-yoed it down, it stayed down, it spun,
Aye.
and it was like trick yo-yos. That's
Walk the
that's
dog.
thing.
Walk
the dog, rock the baby, the whole
cradle.
Everybody
Cradle.
had it, man, mate.
Did you
Yeah,
have a
I-
yo-yo
the
craze in
first one
school?
I got was a Fanta one, and I just loved it. It was a scream. I
Mate.
remember getting it in a chippy.
Nice.
It just playing me in the chippy while I'm waiting on my chips.
How
That's,
good
that's
is
my
it?
vivid memory of it.
Question though, do you remember? Did you have a yo-yo craze at school,
Aye,
or were
man.
you too?
That was it. That was it. That was when everybody had one, and people were just like, got a yo-yo, and they just made. See, if you
They
didn't
just
have a
said the
yo-yo, man,
80s.
they made you go sit at school in I'm talking
Aye.
primary school.
Okay.
Mate, see, if you didn't have a yo-yo, you had to go and be stand on the other end of the playground, man.
No, but
So
I think
just
we
so
probably
did it
through
come back
multiple-
then? Let
we
me tell you,
probably through
my
multiple yo-yos.
yo-yo experience at school was, I think it was high school, and it was like everyone had plastic see-through yo-yos, and you could see like the mechanisms and the
Mm-hmm.
ball
you'd light
bearings
up
and
and all
stuff. Light
I
up and
will,
all
like,
that.
see, the first time in 07 when me and Helena went to Vegas, we went to FAO Schwartz at Caesars. And Helena's like, I may get a yo-yo. Just for like, she's like,
Just
I
for
don't know
a
why.
laugh.
She was like, well, just in a pure daft toy shop. She's like, what could somebody buy in here that's acceptable? She's like, I love yo-yos. I was like, they'll have yo-yos here. And we got a light up yo-yo that had the spring and the mechanism in it.
But so, am I right in saying then that the yo-yo you're talking about, was it like 2 metal discs tightened together? Is that the
The one
kind of
that
vibe?
no. You're
No,
how
it's flat. The
fucking
whole thing
old
was
do you think we
plastic.
are?
I don't know. You're
The
older than
code,
me.
the
It
thing
was
was,
It was two clear plastic discs with
Yep.
then a coloured like logo disc on top of
Yeah.
them.
Right,
and
okay.
the gold one had the discs were white, so it was like the gold one was a bit special. The rest
Yeah.
of them were all kind of branded up. But I mean, it was just dope, man. It was just
There
like
must be some mad you've seen. We've all seen that Domino's Rolex. There must be a Coca-Cola Rolex, no?
Nah, you'd have seen it. But there must be some things because that Rolex was for franchise owners that made so much money or something. Was it?
Yeah, I think it was. I'm
It
trying to
was
think
a
about
employee incentive thing.
what other soda
But
merch
do you know
I've
that's
came
actually
across in
weird?
my life.
I saw a thing yesterday, and it was one of those raffle websites, and they were
Yes.
giving away a Pepsi Rolex. And I've just googled Coca-Cola Rolex, and they've come up there. But I don't think they're actually anything to do with the brand. I think it's just something to do with it. I'm not a watch
They just
guy,
call
so I
it
don't know.
by the colours, yeah. Pepsi Rolex, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like they
Yeah,
call
yeah,
it. It's like the Batman or the
Ah.
yeah.
It's kind of funny.
They-
I actually noticed that about like sneakers recently, about like how certain sneaker colorways have names that the companies now acknowledge as being the name, but like they were given to them. No,
Tiffany.
is that right?
Tiffany Dunks. The
Like,
Tiffany Dunk was not anything to do with Tiffany, but at this stage they're not really pursuing them for it. But that happens quite a lot.
But is that not the case? Like Nike could put a shoe out,
They never
like-
call it. They never really call it that.
but everyone calls it that.
It's like a
with the
code name.
company. Yeah.
It's like a code name.
What's a code name for Iron Brew? Hangover
Ginger.
juice. Ginger. Just
code name.
actually, you know what? You're right. Ginger. Like
Mhm.
if someone said to you in the right sort of like accent, go and get us a bottle of ginger, you would know what to go and get, wouldn't you?
Have you ever,
Oh,
Andy? You may have done this. Have you ever Nike ID'd with a colorway in mind that was product based?
Aye, a couple of times, yeah, definitely.
Like the best one, I think Tony. I don't know if this. I might be going wayside, but do you know the Ralph Lauren Snow Beach jacket?
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what this
the
is from
blue,
the Wu-Tang cover.
red, and
It's like
yellow.
a really famous. It's like a really famous like vintage. Like Tony made a pair of Air Max ones, and I'm sure it was like Snow Beach colors, and I was like, that's quite clever. I made a pair of Roshis that were like black and red, and I thought I was like, oh, these are the Spider-Mans. These are the Spider-Man joints. But we had Roshi, there's basically 2 panels. So I was like,
Aye.
this is
But
black and
that's
red.
weird because the Snow Beach Air Max ones, they actually brought out a colorway only maybe 3 years ago that were exactly the same as that. And that happened to me. I made a pair that were like a kind of tan all over with a red swoosh. And then a year later, they brought out the Milan ones that were the exact fucking same. And I'm like, fuck's sake.
There's nothing better than when you see IDs at the outlet
Oh.
occasionally, and you're like, what are these? And then it says ID in the box, and you take it out, and you're like, these are not bad. And then you look at it, and it just says like Trevor on the back or something like, and you're like, nah.
I've got
So
2
close.
pairs of ID shocks, and one says God, and the other one says boy.
You made them, or you bought them from a?
No, I bought them. I bought them in Orlando like years ago.
Amazing.
Oh, that's so good, man.
God boy. Boy
no,
God?
no, it's like one pair says God on them, and the other pair
Oh,
says
okay.
boy.
Actually, I've got a pair of IDs that I meant to bring down, especially because like Dunks are like
Right.
back now, and they have my original website on it. They're not bad. They're actually not a bad colorway.
Before we go into the next drink, the reason I was saying this is because I was angling at something. So our sort of mascot, Seamus McDade. That's right, Seamus. I'm
Mascot.
calling you a mascot now. What do you think? What do you think the McDades collab is?
What could they collab?
What
I
like
tell-
what is that?
right,
All right,
I'll
what's
I'll be
what's
totally
the-
honest, right? I'll
What's
tell
the
you something.
McDade's piece of merch that you would
No.
like to see?
I'll tell you right now what it is, and I don't know if this is. I don't know how this works or if it's a thing or whatever. Right?
Before you say it, Seamus, everything we do on the show is copyrighted, so
This is just these are not freebies, right?
these are not for sale.
Right. And I thought about doing this. I actually thought about if we get to some mad milestone, this would be an amazing like gift for us. We need to get the Swilly Rovers, like a Swilly Rovers shirt. Now I don't know who makes the shirts. Hopefully it's someone half decent. It's Hummel at least that makes the football shirts. But imagine like a kind of vintage looking Swilly Rovers with McDade's on it, man. Like
aye.
because I'm not really a football guy, but you know, I wore the shit out of my New York Red Bulls thing. Like I quite like a wee and the vintage football shirt game now is crazy. Some of the sites that are there. Like I think if you had that on and somebody's like, what's that? I don't know what it looks like. It could be the most awful looking shirt in the world. But you know that way. So what's the shirt that wet sponsored Clyde?
Clyde Bank.
It's like see wee bit of things like that where it's like, okay, I see why you've got that. Like imagine you had McDade's, Swilly Rovers, like 78 style, like whatever a year that they won the cup and tipped the football special in. Boom.
Would then a better one not be for Seamus? Like I know that is good, but like a better one not be like whoever the closest what do they call it? The Gaelic football kind of thing,
A ling or something like that.
or one of those things like whatever that sport was that he was the agent for. I was actually thinking it'd be quite good to see like a McDade's branded like trophy kind of thing. Kind of you're like a Stanley Cup replica kind of thing.
I've got one then. I've got one.
Where you got
McDade's American football, but it's American football special. It's a special American football.
He's got
That would be pride of place on my shelf.
that's quite
McDade's
good.
American football special. But sorry, I quickly you just said that maybe we should do this. We hit some big milestone when we do. The reason we're going to do the quiz during that quiz on the 22nd of April. We'll review 3 drinks through the quiz, but straight after that, we're going to record a podcast episode. And the first drink on that podcast episode, this is going to be live as well, by the way. The first drink is our
It will be
100th drink.
the Hyundai. Code name the Hyundai.
So we're giving the 99th drink on the
show.
quiz.
Aye.
Staying
the
in, I've never
last
had it so good, man.
So many
Never had it
milestones.
So good.
That's crazy. And do you know what the thing is? We have revealed we know what the 100 drinks going to be. The hype
By
is
all
real, man.
means,
hype
it
is real.
is if we were to distill what the 100th drink is in a sentence, it is
The
very
essence.
hype.
It's
Is the
essence.
hype of all sodas.
It's probably what most people would count as the grail.
Yes.
And I say most people very, like, no disrespect.
Average people.
Aye.
Amateur people.
Aye. Amateurs.
little
It's an
folk,
amateur's
commoners.
holy grail of sodas.
It's one of these ones that, yeah, there's a lot of riding on it. And people say, but have you tried? Oh, but have you tried? And you're like, stay tuned.
Then
But
we'll
anyway,
try it.
that's the 100th drink. Let's go
Somebody
on.
take us. Somebody take
Let's
us
go on
all.
with the Crosby. I'll call it the Crosby because we're going to go to
Crosby.
our 87th drink.
Oh,
Jeez.
nice. We should do that from now on. Try and reference the number.
Okay.
We'll
Paddy
get
Kane,
Lindros
Bruno
coming.
Fernandes.
Lindros to the bonus.
Right, somebody
No,
take
I
us to
haven't even
Japan.
Patrick Kane, bastard.
Somebody take us to Japan, please.
Don't mind if I do. Just hop aboard the Ramune Express.
Nice.
Now, we're
What is
back.
the deal with us with Ramune?
We're just
Cheap,
knocking
mate,
them out.
they're cheap.
We're back here, boys. Very little information on this.
Just off the bat, I know the flavour is. Don't look at it. What do you think it is?
Citrus, like
Turnip.
something. Is it turnip?
It's
Looks like
yuzu.
Yuzu is like lemony,
Hello.
limey citrus.
Yeah.
Because the branded Ramune that you get in Sainsbury's has the yuzu one. So, and I've had that one and it's kind of good. But see these ones that look like they fell out the back of the vending machine. What was that blue? We had one of these blue ones and it was sketchy. Now,
Blueberry one.
It's bad, man.
Is this
I
the
don't-
same company? The Hatta one is we had last
Hatakosen.
week. The cola.
Yeah,
It's
Hatakosen.
not. It's not. I don't think it is.
Hatta
No, it
was
says
the cola
Hatta right
last
across
week.
the top.
Yeah. This was the cola we had last week. You guys
Right.
rated that.
I've got it looks brighter in here than it actually is. I'm
This
sitting in the
looks-
dark.
This looks like unhealthy, like a dehydrated person's.
Ah, it looks like pish.
Piss. Aye.
Don't
Right,
trust-
we all
I
know
tell you
that-
something, though, every single one of these is fizzed up in me, man. So I'm taking precautions. I might even go sidebar off screen to do this because
I think I
Andy
see it.
has
I'm good.
shaken the shit out of these, man.
I'm not getting any smell from that at all.
I'm always so nervous to press these down.
I'm honestly being so careful here because the last two of these and the last one was bright
Oh.
blue.
Wait a minute, I've got a wee hint of lemon there. It smells like a
Aye.
cleaner.
Yours is
That-
fizzing everywhere, isn't it?
That everywhere. Literally went everywhere.
Guys, you need to keep it down.
I've kept it down.
I'm scared to
Is this?
get
I
in.
don't know. This is a official. I think Andy spelled something before. What is
Oh,
going on
I've
here?
definitely spelled something.
Do you know what? See doing like for people that don't know, the Ramune the instructions are on the back here, if you can see on the YouTube, and it's
Tell you something, lads. See now that it's all over my hands. It smells bad. It doesn't smell good.
It smells. It smells like a
hold on,
surface.
if we can just see this right now, it's you take the little popper guy and you pop it down. Here's a popper guy here.
fucking really technical. Take the popper guy and pop it down.
The little nipple, as Craig Neal referred to it as, and pop down the marble. And as you can see, as I'm doing this, it's quite difficult to do this.
You not done it yet?
No, I'm quite scared.
Helena's the same. Helena's like, you think it was a gun going off my hand?
It's fizzing literally everywhere.
That's what I was saying. That's what happened to me.
I had to like pure squeeze that down.
He's at it.
What is the deal with that?
I
Look
feel
at
like the longer you hold
Right.
it down, the angrier it gets.
Look at my hand. Look at my hand for holding that down there, Andy.
Man up.
Trash.
What you taste like?
You tasted it yet? Trash.
Dude,
Right,
I'm
hold
done
on.
with these.
I'm
See if you bring another one of these, I want to buy. I'm not doing it. This is
I've got one left. One left. I put it on the shelf earlier on today, and I think it was only then that I realised what
Oh.
flavour it is.
It's got a pure funny smell.
I told you it smells like a floor wipe.
Mate, you're so right. It tastes like a floor wipe in the sense of when it's lemon and now Floor Wipes Lap, now with a hint of mint. There's like a hint of like menthol.
See if
That
I
is-
told you, no, for real. See if I told you this was this was like
I can't believe I soaked my mouse mat for this.
my first flavor taste was like chicken stock.
It looks like chicken stock.
Do you know what
kinda-
it's a wee bit like?
Yeah.
And bear with me here, bear with me when I say this. A minute, once I've said it, then go and take another drink. Space rocks.
No,
It
maybe.
keeps bubbling in your mouth.
Why you make me do this, man?
Oh, this is gross. I don't like this.
It's so fucking bad, man.
This is honestly like drinking
My
malt.
mic seems dead loud in my ears, but like I can hear it and I can feel it. It's fucking great.
This is pointed at your throat.
I can't believe this is supposed to be. Look at it with it's got a wee lemon on it. You're smiling like this is a good time. That's like,
Actually tastes like pish.
It's just it doesn't really taste of much. But as I said, we've got one more Ramune on the shelf to taste. And I saw it today and I was like, fuck, they're gonna hate me for that. It's
like this.
yogurt flavour.
Yogurt.
but that's at least that's funky. It's interesting.
That milk
This is-
one we had before was kind of good.
Put it this way: how hard is it to make a lemon citrus flavored soft drink? It's not that difficult. Somebody's got it. Just copy their recipe. What is this?
It's not terrible.
It's terrible, man. This is
Right. Score it now.
fucking score it. This has offended me somehow.
You really
What is
quite
it?
angry with this.
It's fizzed up everywhere.
No, it's not. I mean, that didn't help its case, but I'll take one more. Benefit of doubt. Watch this, right?
Watch this. You can prove it's wrong.
That's fucking rotten, right? I can't imagine anyone I give that to not turn around to me and go, this is rotten. I'm giving it. Do you know what? Yeah, I'll get a 0.5. It is subpar. That's one of the worst things I've had on this.
Fucking hell. That genuinely is. There's only 2 drinks you've scored worse than that.
Aye, Millions and fucking Levi Roots, no.
No, Aldi fruit salad.
There you go, man. Well, join the club. That's straight
mean-
after a Fritz into that, man.
Mine's a one.
I'm gonna taste it, and I don't know. It must be because my ears are up so loud in my ears, my headphone. But tell me if you see this.
Wow. It's like that's you're not even making that up.
No, it's still fizzing in my mouth.
I need to take a sip to see if this works.
Mine doesn't do that.
Your mic's
No.
actually mine fizzed a wee bit. Is there any chance that, like, mate, this is how strongly I feel about this. In my head, I'm like, is there a chance that this drink is off or has something went wrong? No one intended this to taste like this.
Yeah,
See if they did, man.
Heads up, guys! I just looked at the sell by date. 22nd of January.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Oh, no, that is bad, mate. Considering when a drink is made, the shelf life they give a drink like that.
Nah, it's
And we've-
bottled. See that you've heard this thing before.
I don't think it tastes off. I mean, maybe
No,
ours is
it's-
off.
It's the thing fizzed up.
I don't mind it. I'll be honest, guys.
Mate, it's like fucking.
I'm gonna go in. You ready? 1.8.
Mate, I think I might even surprise you even more. I'm going 2.1. Like I
2.1.
genuinely don't mind it. Like I think it's like a average lemonade. to
I'll
me.
tell you
No.
what. I'll tell you what I do like about it. Right. I like the fact that it isn't an overbearing lemony flavour.
I can't even,
Yeah.
even believe we're having
I'm
a grown-up
also-
discussion about this drink.
I'm
man.
also giving I'm giving it benefit of the doubt that maybe Yuzu's not something my palate's used to yet. So I don't love it. Would this specific Yuzu one come back in my house? Probably not. It'd be unwelcome. I'd maybe only let it in if it needed the toilet. And it was chatting my door, and it was like, any chance? Like the Amazon guy did. It's a quick sidebar. An Amazon guy asked to use my toilet during the first lockdown. He was like crossing his legs and everything. He's like, I'm really sorry, mate, but can I use your toilet? And I was kind of like, it's a pandemic, mate.
And he went to the living room first and grabbed a fucking Beano. And then
I let him go though. But just the surprise from Amy's face to be like, who's the guy in our toilet? I was like,
Oh no, we were talking
Because
this
you
and
were in
this.
the
And
bath at the time.
I was
"Come
like,
on."
when he comes out, you're like, mate, do you spray my aftershave? He's like,
You know what?
um,
See, to be honest, see if I went to Yo Sushi and it was a choice between this and Diet Coke, I'm picking this up.
we'll,
Mate.
we'll not go with that because Diet Coke
Tell you
is
something, right? I don't want this is kind of irrelevant because it's a different drink. See the yellow, you get like you go to Sainsbury's and you got Ramune, you got the blue, you've got the lychee, and you've got the yellow one. See the yellow one from Sainsbury's, and you get this yellow one, and you put them AB. You would literally, you would just throw this as hard as you can.
right. Okay.
Like,
I mean,
Let
that's
me-
why we
let-
do these things, though.
Let me say this just
We need to
quickly
open
though.
our mind to new brands of Ramune.
Before Andy
triggered,
gives
man.
his
I am
score.
triggered.
What I'm just trying to say was, well, this wouldn't be allowed to use my toilet.
It's a fucking toilet.
It doesn't put me off trying other yuzu flavored Ramune style
Certainly not.
drinks,
Nah, not at all.
and it actually makes me interested to be like, maybe there's one for me with cane sugar.
Hey, but
So-
it's not this one, so just pound it.
That's why I give it a 1.8. Andy, what's the average score?
So the average score for Hatakosen Yuzu Ramune, 1.5.
Boom.
I'm actually not
1.5.
upset with that score.
You're
I can't,
upset.
I can't disagree because it's triple filtered, but I'm still upset.
What was your score?
I gave it a 2.1. I mean, it's not a huge difference. But
I mean,
obviously.
1.8 is close. I mean, I was like,
aye, I was
what
just
is the
he's nice.
refresh our, if you can refresh our memories, like what is the biggest gap between
Scores.
two people's scores to one person's score?
That might be close to it. I can't think of something that was really, really, really hated. It's one of yours.
I
I'm
think
sure there was
Materva-
something
You
that
definitely
yeah.
got a stupid score in
Materva
some.
definitely. Materva split the vote.
I didn't like
Wild
Materva.
Cherry Pepsi split the vote actually.
Mm.
At one point, like Nick gave it a 2, you gave it a 3.3. Al, I gave it a 3.9.
I know another one that that Barbican,
Oh yeah.
that
yeah.
That was
pomegranate Barbican.
gross.
You well into that, Nick, but me and Andy
Oh
sort of
my-
found a place.
So 4.1, you gave Materva, Al, and Nick gave it a 2.6, which is a difference of 1.5, and we were a difference of 1.6 in that last drink.
Mate, I was.
Oh,
This is so weird. I was fiending for a Materva this week.
really?
There was,
I
there was
just
a
had a-
difference. There was a difference of 1.5 between me and Nick for IBC cream soda.
I think IBC cream soda needs a rescore.
I don't know if
Maybe,
we can do
maybe.
that, but I think it does. Because now Andy's palate for cream soda is way more refined.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Rubicon. I gave it a 2.6 and Nick gave it a 0.9.
What was the which one was Rubicon? The mango?
Aye.
That was gross. That shouldn't be a soft drink.
Triple filtered, baby.
That's how we do it.
Each and every time.
And then Barbican pomegranate. I'll give it a 2.5. Nick gave it a 0.2.
There you go, man.
Is that the lowest score of anything? 0.2.
The
You
lowest
gave,
individual score.
you gave Oranzada and Millions also a 0.2.
Mm.
But yeah, the lowest
That Barbican joint
lowest
was
meal
alright,
I'll
man.
give an anything 0.4.
No, I was doing a bit. Something came up about yerba, yerba mate or yerba tea, and I was like, "That's like Materva." And then I was reading about how it's like, if you drink enough of it, you can punch through a bus. So I was like, "Man, like, I was like, I'm gonna get some more
Look me up.
Materva." And it
Is
was
that
a
what
good.
fueled the sort of like
I was googling
Colombian
it.
Revolution?
I was googling, and then it says I think people also asked if I drink enough of Materva, can I punch through a bus? And I was like,
Will we go to the bonus?
Straight in.
Or
Straight
is there
in.
any other housekeeping we've got? Is there
Don't
any
think so.
points of
Go buy your
discussion
fucking
that you want
tickets
to
for the
bring?
live show. Sell it out before this actually hits. So I look
Yeah,
stupid.
there's only
What?
15 left.
Aye, I'll look stupid on Sunday when this is out, telling you to go buy tickets and there's none left. Go buy them.
exactly. And you'll be like, "Oh, am I going on? No, I sold out. When did it's all this confusion? You could have been
Actually,
there."
One other thing, wee bit of merchandise has been ordered. Just a wee something
Oh, Hazel.
that'll be there in time for the live show. So save a few wee pennies for that as well.
Actually, see, before we do the last thing, I want to bring up something on the show.
Can we get
I was
team
thinking-
jackets for it?
Thinking about a segment, right? Do you think, in a way, to encourage more people, because we really need those 5-star reviews on iTunes. We need them. We need 5 stars and we need a review. I was wondering maybe we should start shouting out the people that do give us the 5 stars. A wee shout out, thanks for the 5 stars, and maybe that'll encourage some more people to get their own wee shout
Maybe
out.
they could be added to the Friends of the Podcast.
Mm.
We should have a section on the website called Friends of the Podcast.
Aye.
Because
Before
right
we
now we've got up there, we've got Fraser
And
Urey.
do I bring someone up? Let's read the review.
Yeah. Who
Maybe we
else
can-
is Friends of the Podcast? Seamus McDade, obviously.
Aye, friends of the podcast. I like that. I like the way
Maybe we
that's
could
rolled off
come
the
up.
tongue.
Maybe we come up with a name for those people that's kind of soda related, like the top shelf team or something like that. Man.
Top shelf team.
Top shelf team. Do you know what I mean?
Sounds like a porno.
Sounds like a gang of teenagers that go around shoplifting specifically. Well, we can get you any you need. Who are you got? We're the top shelf team.
I've actually not checked the ratings in a while, by the way.
It just goes on. I'll just read that right now. This is quite possibly the most worstest podcast I've ever heard.
Don't read any that aren't 5 stars though. Don't
What
give them the
the hell?
right time of day.
19 5-star reviews, guys.
You
Guys,
get
19.
these reviews that go like that. I went to school with a beard, the guy with the beard.
Just pick one at random, one you like.
The
Give
guy
me
in
the
the
full,
beard-
the full,
the guy in the
full
beard
review
is
and
my-
shout out.
The guy with the beard was my English teacher.
LAC, and it says great banter, brilliant reviews, no bad hosts.
Nice.
Then we've got
Why do you need to say that?
We've
Like,
got I Cave In has left a review. As an
Cave In?
exclusive Coca-Cola drinker, even I am now intrigued to try some of the drinks you guys have reviewed. Keep up the good work.
Thank you,
Happy to.
IK fan. And you want to read a few more out?
Easily the best podcast about fizzy juice out there.
Maybe the only
Easily.
podcast that does it just, but who knows?
Uh,
Did the nice people have names?
Code names.
so here's one from friend of the podcast, Fraser Urey. As a lifelong soda fan, this podcast is a weekly favourite of mine. An incredibly detailed and funny insight into the world of fizzy drinks with consistently great conversation and a fair judging system. Triple filtered. No matter your taste, you'll find something here for you. Keep up the incredible work. Thanks very much,
Okay,
Fraser Urey. Let's
Wow.
give me a
Cheers,
bit of bonus.
friends. I tell you what, guys, friends of the podcast, like if you're listening to this and you've not, even if you've given us 5 stars on iTunes, we need the review and the 5 stars. So go in there, give us a review, give us a 5 stars. You'll get your own personal shout out. You'll get your own plaque in the wall, friends of the podcast. And I get
Well, actually, that's one thing I should say because I've now set up the website that we're keeping all of the online media on there. We've got bighandmedia.com and we actually have a section on there for 5-star sodas. So we will set up the not only will we have the leaderboard up there, but we will have friends of the podcast section.
maybe we can do like a friend of the month.
Oh, aye. Give them a wee plaque, send them a certificate,
Oh, but we do a profile on them like a top Trump man. We're just like, look,
ask them what their favourite soda is.
special skills. What is your
Oh,
favourite soda?
Trash rating.
I love that one that just said no bad hosts. As if that's like the pure. What about the hosts? Is any bad ones? No, there's no bad hosts on this one.
No, I think she was saying they're not bad.
commoners.
There isn't any bad hosts.
Because
that
I
based-
thought,
Based
imagine
on
she
our looks
said,
or based
she
on
said
our-
there was a comedian guy that was hosting it, but I think they've got rid of him. David Jenkins or something. He's gone now, and it's just all the handsome bastards.
Are we bringing
let's go on,
we're
mate.
bringing
Let's
a
get on.
bonus?
Let's get the bonus out. And
Brucey bonus.
It is a bonus.
I've
Because
never
it
been
is
so
March.
glad to see a bonus.
It is.
Let
It's
me-
not even March. It's the 1st of April, and we're about to
Yes.
go. We're about to go forward in time.
Ho
to
ho
December.
ho! I got a machine gun.
We should edit some wee jingle bells over the top of this
Let us know, man.
as we bring out some Mountain Dew Merry mashup,
Holiday edition. Holiday limited edition. Now, guys,
cranberry pomegranate flavour with other natural flavours. I just didn't
Amazing.
want to tell you what they ones were.
the reason we're doing this one in April, guys, is because it goes out of date in April. So this is
Aye,
why
we need to drink it.
we thought we'd maybe keep it for Christmas, but it is what it is.
I'm worried about the other natural flavours. I'm worried it's like other kind of Christmas flavours and maybe there's a wee bit of turkey in this.
I like the idea of a Christmas soda. I know we spoke about it with Fraz. Like,
I tell you something. I don't know if this is going to fall in that lane, but see, honestly, these Mountain Dew things are off the wall that we've done.
Aye.
The Liberty one, but I kind of like it, man.
Yeah,
I
me
never-
too.
I never scored them like off the charts because like they're not in the upper echelons, but this is a company that has fun with it.
do you know what I
and-
like about this?
This is like big kid. This is big kid stuff, man.
See, look at this. little color palette on the side, like a wee
Yeah, I
color
noticed
guide
that.
to show you like what colors have been used in the design. That's kind of class, isn't it?
I don't think
But
that's
the
to
guy who
show you. I
designed the
think
can was probably meant to put that in the
that's just a
bleed
print
area and
thing.
crop it.
I think that's some print marks.
He's
Oh,
getting
is
The one
it
thing I
really?
say about Mountain Dew, we've done the OG cane sugar Mountain Dew, we did the Voodoo mystery flavour, then we did the Liberty Brew.
Yeah.
None of them have got over the 3. They've had 2 at 2.9 and 1 at 2.5. Not quite
But
got over the
I think you guys brought them down because I quite like the stuff. See on the just above the ingredients, the first thing it states contains 0% juice.
made
What
fuck
is that?
about here. It's just sugar. You're just
Aye,
going to
like-
open it, it's just pure sugar.
There must be some legal requirement, something in that they're like, we need to state there's no juice. This will still be amazing, but just so you know, a fruit
Let's
never
get
get
it.
near this.
Let's get
What's
it.
interesting about Mountain Dew, because it is like the kind of thing like an American teenager would like absolutely hammer and then just fall asleep drinking. High fructose corn syrup on the ingredient list. No
I'm
sugar
holding
in
a note on
here.
this. There is Jingle Bells playing.
Imagine that.
Understated on the
Oh.
nose.
It's,
Yeah, it's not as strong as the others.
no, it's quite
No.
to me.
Your
Got
nose,
very-
a wee-
it's kinda
your
fruit
nose is a
punchy,
wee bit,
innit?
nose a wee bit bigger. You got your nose slap straight in, man.
This is like Skittles again.
I mean, it's not far off, but
I want to ABC. All these Mountain Dews we've had, they might all be the same thing.
No, that's
Just
a
in a
lot
different
more
can.
understated. The other two were like fucking punching you in the face with flavours.
Is this just a mild backhand to the face of flavour?
definitely getting that kind of what's the word? What's that? What's the kind of what am I thinking of from a cranberry
Respect.
or pomegranate? Like a kind of dry,
Yeah.
like not a bitterness, but you know what I'm saying, like a kind of dry
There's
flavour.
an aftertaste that is coming a wee bit later.
It's quite funky,
that's
man. I could definitely toast a few. Know what I mean?
You were drinking that wee
Chestnut,
pinky up
fire.
there.
Of course I was, man.
It's not very festive though.
I could. Why not?
Need
The
Jingle Bells.
can look like it's wearing a Christmas jumper.
Yeah,
I think it's
like
kind of
that.
festive.
See the logo. I think their logo is like it's so brash, but it is dope, man. It's so American and just like, do you know what I mean? It's like you want to see that's what you know. See me see like NASCAR. That's like a big one you see in the bonnet, the Mountain Dew NASCAR or some shit like that.
Do you know what this would be great for? Imagine like, you know, in the office. Is it Scranton?
Scranton, Pennsylvania. What you the quiz
You
master?
could
man?
imagine. You could imagine like an episode of The Office where it's a Christmas party.
Mm.
Somebody's like, I'm not drinking. Like, what you're drinking? He's like, I'm just doing it. I'm doing the Christmas
Aye,
Mountain
that's-
Dew.
Although Dwight has brought it and it's beet flavoured though.
No, but what I was trying to get at is like, it'd be quite a cool thing just to be like, I brought my own drink because you are all boozing to the Christmas party.
I
Mountain
suppose if
Dew.
you host a Christmas party, that's your non-alcoholic beverage.
What's your favourite Office Christmas episode?
I can't even name any of them. The British one's probably my favorite one.
There
get
is.
away.
There's only one. There's only
I know
one.
the finale.
Yeah, that is in the finale. Yeah. The Benihana,
one- the Secret
Benihana.
Santa. No, the Secret Santa.
the bad Santa thing.
Aye.
That's quite good. When he buys the iPod.
The iPod and they're all just fucking arguing over it.
But see that's like one of those episodes where sometimes in the early ones, see because Michael Scott goes on to be so beloved. Helena, see the ones like when you go back and he's still being such a bad guy. Helena gets she's like, "How you doing?" He's like, "This man," because I know he's a good guy, but he's like just being evil, man. And that happens in the British one. When you see the early ones and Brent's up to it, and if you know how it goes in the end, and you're rooting for Brent, and you realize like he just wants a pal and a girlfriend, and just wants somebody to laugh at his jokes, like. But those early episodes, you're like, man, fucking, I'd bust that guy for tomorrow.
Do you know, I'm into this, and I think that this could be a pure good punch filler as well. I suppose we said that the last time. Like, this is what college is like: 12 cans of this into a bucket with a bottle of vodka.
For sure.
I think this is going to score a lot higher than I thought it was.
It's more palatable than the other two. You're right. Because
I'd like to see this in a glass bottle with some cane sugar.
mate, they did that once. The guy tried it. He died,
dead.
man. He died.
Punched
It's
through
too
a wall.
much. It's too much, mate. Try
A
punch
bus
through.
punch- a bus punched him.
Try punch through. Try punch through a bus. The bus punched back. Man, I can't even speak. I'm literally tripping balls off this, man.
Right,
So
I'm
good.
going in. I'm going to give it a
Go for it.
2.7.
That's strong.
2.7.
It's
Nah,
nice flavors. It's not as mad as the others, but it's not amazing.
I'd probably give it a 3 flat for me because this is just a curiosity factor. Like I can't tell you what this tastes like. It's just a mad funky flavor. If you see it, which you probably never will again because they won't do this again next year, they'll do something different.
Yeah, it'll be a different one.
And if you do see a can, check that date, man. Because there's some end of line batches going about Scotland, and so. But if you manage to get one with a few weeks to spare, sync it, man, and send me a Christmas card this year and let me know what you think.
It makes me think though that, like, because the American candy and soda thing has become like, is now trickled down into like high street corner shops.
Mm.
It's like you kind of wonder like if the owners of such shops are going to like their sort of like locators or warehouse kind of place and going like, what have you got? Someone's like, got a bunch of Mountain Dew from Christmas. If you want some of that, man, he's like, give us 4 cans. This bum down the road's going to come in and grab it.
Can we confirm this was what Christmas did this come out?
Who knows, man?
2018?
Actually, do the deep dive just before we give the score out.
Round is out with the score while he's deep diving.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Let
Sorry.
me get it.
Let me go in. I'm going to do the OG Big Al final sip.
I find out what the other ones are as well. I'll no doubt do these every year.
Yeah, because wasn't there there it is Mountain Dew fandom? my first stop for all things.
Hold on, I'm going to go to the score. I'm going 3.5. I actually think I've got this like daydream in my head of like pulling over at like a sort of highway rest stop kind of thing, grabbing a cold one of these in like the summer. Like imagine like driving like LA to Vegas and you pull over and you get one of these and you're like a Christmas drink in July? Really? Should I do that? And then chugging it all the way to Vegas or something. I don't know.
And give
What do
you
you think? You think I'm mental?
I'll give you a quick rundown of facts here if you want.
Yes, please do.
Some interesting stuff. So they've been releasing it since 2018 in different styles. I think we're all right. We are, there's no chance this came from 2018 because one of the things it says here, Merry Mashup was it's saying here Merry Mashup was similar to a concept they had in 2017 called Mountain Dew Holiday Brew, which was a mixture of Mountain Dew Code Red and then regular Mountain Dew compared to the standards of the Merry Mashup. They're saying Merry Mashup's its own unique flavour. And so the worst case scenario, we got this. These are 2018, these bad boys.
Still in date. We're still in date. But that rounds us out with another solid recommendation. Mountain Dew Merry Mashup with a 3.1. So 3 drinks in the 3s.
Nice.
So solid reviews. One get 1.5. That's on a thirst neither.
Mate, there's probably about.
I feel like a 3.1 is about right. No,
Mate, people are literally having conversations on this forum about Mountain Dew. There's like about 50 or 60 comments under this. People just going, yes, I like this flavour. I had it recently. It's all right. I would not drink it often, though. I got it 2 weeks ago.
Wait till you get
it
the table message boards.
It was pretty good. I know they'll just slap man, show me.
What was the consensus?
Up, actually, couple of Fagels coming up the next 3 episodes or so.
That's the only reason I'm sticking around, man.
I was the consensus on that board then of that drink.
People are not blown away by it, but it's very hard to impress Mountain Dew fandom forum. It's one of the toughest proving grounds.
There is a time and a place for this drink, I think, and if it's not in a cross country hot drive, it's Definitely the office Christmas party, Scranton, Pennsylvania.
For sure. A classy Christmas.
Right, guys. What are you theoretically taking up the road, even though you're in your
No
own houses?
question about it. No question about it this week. The
Yes.
Fritz Orange.
I already finished mine, so I can't take that up the
So,
road.
so much that I'm not taking up the road that I bought a case of it and you already bagged half of it off me.
I did. And I gave Al one so he could drink it the night.
I'll beg to differ and just say, last Christmas, I gave you my heart, and the very next day, I will throw this away. I
But
probably threw it away
just-
before that, but no,
And one thing though, as much as I'll take the orange up the road, I will drink this sour
Oh, I
cherry
know.
again.
I know, especially because I can just, especially during tough financial times when you can just buy a slab of it.
And it's guilt free.
Don't you feel like that's like it's that weird off the ball soft drink? If you had a place like a wee restaurant or a cafe, you're like, get a couple slabs of that, man, for those curious souls. Like the profit margin must be amazing.
Yeah.
People are like, what's this black can? You're like, it's so good, man, so good.
Or get a
Like
certain
other 5-star
organic
sodas.
cola.
I think I probably rocked the Mountain Dew, to be honest. The orange Fritz is done. I finished that during the episode, but I think I could see myself just sipping on this Mountain Dew for the rest of the evening and falling into some sort of high fructose sugar coma.
Mate, I'm the
Well-
opposite, man. I need to go and watch a few Office Christmas Special, man.
Aye,
I'm
up for
wired
it.
after
I'll
some of
do
these,
this,
man.
man, every time.
Well, it's not long till we're back together, so there you
So we
go.
can just all have a wee nap on the couch in the studio after the show, like we always do, and just hug it out. Socially distant hugs.
Three more episodes until we are back here in the studio, back sharing the table with me. Can't wait.
Lovely. Round us out then,
But aye,
Andy.
that has been another episode of 5-Star Sodas. Make sure you're following us across social media at 5-Star Sodas. Don't forget the
try to
5-star
cop those
reviews.
tickets, man.
Oh, aye,
Get
tickets.
the
Don't forget the
tickets.
5-star reviews. We'll stick you
Don't
on
forget the
fucking-
quiz.
The quiz. The quiz is in 2 weeks' time. 22nd of April.
Guys.
2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is.
Friends of the podcast, shout outs on the reviews. You need to give us 5 stars. You need to leave a review. Don't
Do you know
forget.
what we should do?
Like,
We've got a bit of
like-
time here. A bit of time here until the quiz. Everyone who leaves us a 5-star review gets the Friends of the Podcast shout out on the live quiz.
Right.
That's where they get it.
And also, like and subscribe on YouTube and hit the reminder so that you know when the video goes live.
Bye. Enjoy your Sunday.
Alright,
everybody.
Jake Paul. Make sure to hit that notification bell,
Do you want to go in a fucking charity boxing match?
mate.
That is
You'll-
it.
You'll need
From
charity when I'm
episode
finished
7.
with you, man.
Fucking these two are still going. That is it from episode 17 of 5-star Sodas. Thank you very much, guys. We will see you next week.